and welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omorbe.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salam.
Yes, it's just one day to that crucial game between Super Eagles of Nigeria and Cameroon. Guess what? Pt.1 is going to be at the goal post. We're having Daniel Ekpeyin. He's out.
What a rush. What a rush. Chance of a lifetime for Pt.1 against Cameroon. That's on Friday. Let's move on to the show now. Let's talk about, we're still talking football, but we're looking at let's talk tennis now, first of all. Cecilia, it's getting really interesting at the US Open. That's the year's final major, and the top seeds are just tumbling out. Alexander Zverev crashed out yesterday. Same goes for Caroline Wozniacki.
Okay, I'm not surprised about Wozniacki. I'm surprised. Go to transfer.
Let's go to football transfers now, and Cecilia, final day, deadline day.
So he's going to move.
Incredible stuff. A lot of players are going to get their moves. Some players won't get their moves, and they will be very, very sad at the end of by 11 p.m. tonight.
Yes,
that's in England. That's in England. We'll find out. We'll talk more about the transfers later on. But let's start with the US Open. And
okay,
incredible stuff, right?
Wozniacki or Maria Sharapova?
No, let's start from Maria Sharapova.
Oh no, yeah. No, Tsonga, Zverev, Wozniacki out. We'll start with that one.
Okay, the upset.
The upset, yes. I mean, I didn't see this coming. There's some players that will just be on court and you feel, or rather on tour, you feel no matter what happened, these guys will always get into the third round or the fourth round of that particular Grand Slam. But Wilfried Tsonga going out very, very early and losing to 18-year-old Denis Shapovalov.
Remember that name?
Yes, I remember.
Shapovalov.
I remember the tennis, more like the tournament they're going to have next year.
That's the Lava Cup. And you were wondering why it was listed.
It was listed.
And I told you it's one to watch out for.
So he's the one you really have to watch it for. 6-4, 4-6, 7-6. That was really fast. And the next one, another one, your man, Boyan Courage. I mean, I felt Zverev having beaten Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, and all that, trying to get into that top 5, but he couldn't even put up a fight against Boyan Courage.
He's had a great season. That's Zverev. 5 titles already, but unfortunately, when it mattered most, he's out. Venus Williams is also advanced into the next round as well too. Amazing. She's absolutely surpassed all expectations this year. So congratulations to Venus Williams.
And the one we're talking about, Ekaterina Makarova, just ensured that, well, Caroline Wozniacki, it was the end of the road for her. 6-2, 6-7-6, and 6-1. 2 hours, 20 minutes. She gave a fight, but that just wasn't enough for her to keep up at the US Open. Now, these seeds we keep talking about, thinking they might just get into the third round. Yeah. There's some names that comes to mind. There's some names that you feel, okay, they will make it into that. Caroline Wozniacki for a long time now, like, let's say 2 seasons now on tour, she hasn't really been at her best. Yeah. So I'm not so surprised.
And we're still waiting for that elusive.
At this time, no. At that time, she was world number 1. I felt, okay, she could have nicked it. At that time, she could flex muscles with the big ladies on tour. But right now,
so you're totally counting her out. Like, I don't think you can do that because she's a good tennis player.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it. And I was thinking, with some really big players missing from this tournament, it would have been an opportunity for her to actually go really deep in the tournament. So for us to lose in the second round to Ekaterina Makarova, who is also a decent player on tour, it's very disappointing. And to the campaign for Caroline Wozniacki. But I'm not quick to totally count her out from winning a Grand Slam in future like Cecilia is about to do. Let's move on and talk about another player that is actually back with a bang, playing her first major after over a year out because of that doping ban she received. I'm talking about Maria Sharapova, and she's still going strong, even though she had to fight really, really hard to get into the third round. First round, toughest matchup you can imagine against Simona Halep. She was awesome. She did it. But against an unfancied, in quotes, opponent, Cecilia, she had to really, really dig deep against Timaya Babos. Wow. That game ended 6-7. She lost the first set 6-7, but came back strong to win 6-4 and 6-1.
I think the thing is, when you're looking at Maria Sharapova, sometimes you know, she just got this fighting spirit. Like, okay,
Absolutely.
I'm coming back. The fans still love me. Let me just give them something to cheer. Now, this man, Nick Kyrgios. I mean, here he got issue with the umpire and all that. They had a little bit of quarrel and all, but then he's out. That's the news. But the story is normally his tantrums and all that. He got an injury or something.
Yeah, injured shoulder.
But he tried to actually, you know, play the game, but somehow he just couldn't. And the player he lost to ranked 240 something in the world.
Yeah, another Australian also was a derby, really, and but it wasn't meant to be for Nick Kyrgios. He lost out there, so he's out of the competition. I'm starting to get worried for him. Yeah, a lot of injuries at this very young stage of his career. Also through to the next round is Juan Martín del Potro. So some big guns falling by the wayside, others advancing to the next round. But Sharapova, we have to come back to her. I mean, you said she has fights in her. That's absolutely spot on. I mean, forget the pretty girl off the court, all those endorsements. But when it comes to digging, when it's time to actually dig deep and actually, you know, reach into our reserves, that she knows how to do it. And that's what she had to do against them.
So right now, she's my favorite.
No, I wouldn't say so. There's still some really, really good players on tour. Elena Svitolina is still around. Pliskova, Ostapenko, a lot of players. So it's too early to start saying she's the favorite. But we know
Williams also.
Venus,
she got the final of Wimbledon.
Exactly. We can't rule Venus out. And so it's too early, but we will start to talk about if she has a chance of winning probably from the quarterfinal stage. That's when we can have a clearer picture of Maria Sharapova's chances of winning another U.S. Open title.
We'll just take a shot, but okay, saying Venus Williams. Okay, actually,
let's go listen to it.
Okay, Maria Sharapova now talking after that game.
You know, today I felt like going into the match, I knew I just wanted to get it done, and I did. It wasn't my best tennis. I felt like it was a scrappy match, but I feel like some of those days are sometimes the best because you get through and you give yourself another chance, and I felt like this was one of those days. One match at a time. I know that's a very boring answer, but that's what it really is, and every day that I have the chance to play out here at the U.S. Open is a special day, and I'll look forward to the next one.
Looking forward to the next one. Then you have Eugenia Bouchard also. She's out of it.